in Clovis. We're in Clovis, California. We just finished doing a repair up here on a leaking water line. And so this is a McCaffrey home. Probably, my guess is Fresno Plumbing and Heating did the plumbing, which is great. They used the Uponor tubing, Wurzbo, used to be called Wurzbo, now it's Uponor. And that is a type A PEX, and it is superior to the type B. And that's what we use. So anyways, they had a trouble with one of these leaks. They made a transition back up in here. I can't get up in there and take a picture, but it's Uponor tubing. And then they had a copper T here, copper up to the return line, or the hot water line. You can see it's up there and it's insulated. And then over here, 1 inch going over to the water heater. So this was all copper, copper T, copper adapter, and then plastic on the left. So it was leaking. I don't know what happened. The homeowner tried to repair it and it didn't work out. So they just want to get it fixed. So called us out. What we did is we just came back with shark bite fittings. And these are straight out of Home Depot, no big deal. So what you've got right here, that's the PEX tubing. Back up in there. So the Uponor, and at the date that this was installed, it was called Wurzbo, but they just did a name change a few years back. So it's Uponor tubing, 1 inch. So 1 inch shark bite fitting, and then just a little piece of 1 inch shark bite pipe, 1 by 1 by 3/4 shark bite T, another piece of pipe, and another coupling going to copper. So what's nice about these is you can use them on copper, CPVC, the PEX tubing, and I don't think PVC. I think PVC is a larger outside diameter, but they're real versatile. So you can go from different types of metal to plastic and back and forth, and you're good to go. So that 1 by 1 3/4 T, what we did is we went ahead and just shoved a little piece of 3/4 up in there, and that's Uponor tubing. That's what we had on our truck. 3/4 coupling up to copper. And so that's all tied back in. Water is on right now, and we don't see any leaks. We do ask that you would, I know you're trying to get this place on the market and whatnot. What I would do is just leave this. I mean, as long as you can, just leave this open. Those shark bite fittings are up to code, which means Uniform Plumbing Code allows these to be installed. So those guys should work correctly, and even the homeowner coming in after this, that should be great for years and years to come. But we like to have you leave things open just a little bit so you can monitor it. That's all. As you know, the only way you can tell if something's leaking is, your water gets wet and then falls down. This way, as long as you can leave it, just take a peek up here. So here's the points of connection. You can see them. They're not covered up by anything, so you can feel, no moisture. All these joints right here. If you see something or feel something, definitely you're going to feel it. There's a cabinet below with a tile countertop. You'll see a drip, something like that. But everything is dry. Everything is good. So you should be safely, like I say, leave it, as long as you can this week, and then get your repair going and get your texture, get your tape texture paint back in there, get this patched up, so you can get your house on the market. But until then, just monitor it as close as you can. Any trouble, give us a holler. We'll come back out and take care of it right away. Outside of that, this installation is done.